Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and today is Saturday, February 12th, and this is Saturday Happenings. This is where I'm going to talk about what I did last week and what's coming up. We got some good stuff coming up. But I want to take a second and say, if you're one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much for hanging out. Look at him. He's so excited. You know why? Because we're both retired now, and he's going to be part of all the videos. Well, not all of them. Probably not. You know, but later on, we're going to be making some apple harvest relish. I'm so excited, but I'll tell you about that in a minute. Anyway, if you're one of my returning subscribers, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. And a lot of you have been with me long enough that you message me and ask me questions and things. And I got a couple questions to answer that I got in the last, say, I don't know, couple weeks. And if you're new here, welcome. I'm so excited to have you. A little bit about my channel. It started, I want to say, like 9 years ago, a long time ago. And it was primarily just for food preservation, for canning and dehydrating and freezing. But I did a whole lot of that, and so I cannot just keep recanning like for peaches. I don't know. But anyway, there's a lot of variety out there to do. And I've done a lot, and then I kind of ventured out a little bit into other things that I, excuse me, that I like to do, like a little crafting. We like to travel. So if you look back, most of my videos in the beginning were all food preservation. Then there's a couple of things from trips, and that's just ventured out. And so I just do a bunch of things that are a lot of fun. So there's probably, hopefully, a little bit of something for everybody. So if you're new here, please take a moment and subscribe and hit that little bell button. And then you'll see the videos that pop up. And if there are ones that interest you, I'll be excited to see if you watch them, and hit the little like button and all those good things. But let's see what happened last week. See, I have my little planner out here. It tells me. So on Monday, peanut butter bread. Oh my gosh, that was so good. My favorite thing to do with peanut butter bread is to toast it and then put a little strawberry jam on it. It's the best way to start a day, some peanut butter bread. And then I did my air fryer cover. That was fun. I had a number of people ask if I'm going to do one for my KitchenAid. And yes, probably when we get back from our trip, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute, I'll do one of those. I got my canning lids from 4 Jars, and they look really good. I am going to actually do a recipe today for an apple relish. Harvest time apple relish, and I will post a link to this because this is one of those extension office food canning recipes that looks amazing. And this is one of the ones I told my husband, I was like, are you excited? You can help me make that. And he's like, okay, fine. So, but later on today, I'm also going to be making a mock apple pie. I love pies, and I actually did a bunch of pies, and I like unusual pies, so I've kind of done several. I've done a Kool-Aid pie. I've done, the only one from the list that I posted in my in my community question was the sour cream and raisin pie, and that one's coming up. But I found this mock apple pie, and the reason I got this, excuse me, is because we're getting ready to go on our big trip from coast to coast. Oh my gosh, I have to show you that. But I was looking, we were at Costco, and I thought, you know, I'm going to get some Ritz crackers, and we can put those in the car. And then I remembered there was a recipe on the back of the Ritz box for mock apple pie. So weird. And I looked it up, and yes, this is the actual recipe for the mock apple pie. But I'll tell you when I do the recipe, there is also one that has, the original recipe is a two crust pie. I don't want that. And I found this other one that has like a crumble on top. So I'm going to kind of combine those two recipes. But they look fabulous. And I was telling a friend of mine about it. She's my age, and she goes, oh, I remember we made that in junior high. Back when they used to have home ec and shop and stuff in schools. I took home ec. Anyway, so I'm going to be doing that later, and my husband is going to help me with the canning. It's going to be so much fun. But, so I did that, and I will be using my 4 Jars lids when I do the apple relish. So that'll be fun. Woo! Kind of went around all kinds of different subjects there. But hey, it's how my brain works. My Simply Earth, I got my box for February. I unboxed that. And I showed you guys the drawer deodorizer, and I had one of you commented that back in earlier times, like grandmas and moms, they used to put those little sachets in their drawers to help keep them fresh. And so that, using the essential oils to make a little drawer deodorizer is great, and I love it in my closet and like downstairs when we switch out winter and summer clothes to hang it in there. It keeps everything fresh, and it's good. And then we did take a trip down to visit our grandkids, and I did a little video on that, and I might put that up tomorrow. I don't know, it's Girl Scout season, cookies time, so we had to go down because we have granddaughters that sell cookies, and we had to go pick some up. So that's 4 hours to drive there, but you know, we like road trips clearly because I got to show you guys. A friend of mine knew we were going on this trip, and when I retired, she gave me this book. I'm excited because our trip across, my husband has mapped it out. He's a hard copy road trip planner kind of guy. Look at our trip. This is our trip. Can you see that? Yes, you can. So check it out. We are going all the way from one coast to the other. Literally, I can't see. I want to make sure you're in there. See that? We're going all the way from Oregon, clear across to Connecticut. That's going to be a long trip, but we're leaving next week, and I know people say, oh, you should never say when you're going to be gone, but we are not leaving our house empty. So we got security cameras and everything on our house too, but someone will be here watching the place. But it's going to be exciting. We're going to have such a good time. And I'm going to tell you the states we're going through. We are going to go through Oregon. My husband made a list. He's a list maker. I'm like a fly by the seat of my pants. Wake up this morning, what projects do I have? Let's see if we can get all through them. And if not, you know, we'll finish them tomorrow. He's like, what time are we going to be there? We're going to spend this much time there. We'll have a day to relax. And we're so like opposite that way. Okay, Oregon, Idaho, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado. The reason we're going to Colorado is because I have a 69 Vespa scooter that was my cousin's. It was my uncle, and when my uncle passed away, my dad's sister-in-law, well, it was my dad's brother, and when my dad's brother passed away, my aunt gave the scooter to my dad, and I never asked anything about it. And my dad's like, well, you want that scooter? And I'm like, yeah. So we've had it for years, and then we had over 2020. We have a bunch of cousins, and they've all kind of just gone their ways. And one of my cousins said, hey, let's have a Zoom cousin reunion. We did, and I found out my cousin, whose dad was the scooter owner, he's like a big Harley guy and all that. So I kind of messaged him. I said, you want your dad's scooter? And he was like, what? Like, he didn't even know it was around. So we're going to Colorado to drop the scooter off with my cousin. Nebraska, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, and to Connecticut. So I will be looking up the cool things to do in these states. I like factory tours and roadside attractions, so this ought to be fun. So that's on the agenda. Next week, I will be doing banana bread. Monday, you're going to get a video on that. I'm going to do this mock apple pie. I'm hoping to put that video up on Wednesday. Now, I want to let you know, I'm in some collaborations. And in preparation, those are going to be while we're gone. So I've already gone ahead and done those videos. So you're going to see those videos and think, well, I thought she was not home. Well, that's because those videos are already done and scheduled. So there will be, I've got air fryer, February coming up. I've got another essential oils disinfecting spray. That'll be on Friday. I love this stuff. I keep it in my car. I keep some in my purse because I don't like spraying that commercially stuff. And this smells good and it's healthy. And then I'll try to see my Saturday happenings next week will be from the road. So that's fun. But you know what else I found? I don't know if you guys remember this. Probably you might, some of you. There used to be these little things, and they were dish liquid aprons. You put this on your dish liquid bottle. And the way I got these was years and years ago when the internet kind of not first started, but a long time ago. There were MSN groups, and I think they were kind of like Facebook groups. And there was some groups, and I joined a sewing one, and we used to have these exchanges, and I think that would be fun here too. But we had these exchanges, and one of the exchanges was a dish liquid apron. So you put this on like your Dawn or your Joy, and you set it beside your sink. This one was a Christmas theme. This one was just we had like a harvest theme, I think. Anyway, so you put those on your dish liquid, and they look really cute on your sink. So I've had these, But in organizing all of my crafty stuff, I found the original pattern. So I'm going to try to figure out how to get this pattern. I looked it up from this website. It's not there anymore. So there's a bunch of different patterns, but I want to try to get the same pattern that I'm using. And this will be in our future, you guys, making these because they're just super cute. So there's that. Questions. So I've had several people since I retired. I think it's fun. Since I retired, several people have messaged and say, I'm just curious. What did you do? Were you a crafty person? I am a crafty person because my mom and my grandma taught me to crochet. My mom was a crafty person. In fact, she owned a quilting store at one time. It was super cute. There was a tea section where you could go and have teas and all that kind of stuff because she picked that up when we lived in England and she just loved teas. And then it was a quilt store and they did like lessons and they sold, you know, fabric and stuff. So it was the quilted teapot is what it was called. Years and years ago, she had that. Anyway, so she taught me crafting, but my profession was not crafting. As you know, my husband and I are both Navy veterans, but we are, you know, you can join the Navy when you're young, so you can get out when you're young. You can retire at a young age from the military if you join early enough. But I was in banking. That's what I retired from. And my husband, who is now retired and thrilled to be in my videos, he retired from the Navy, but he also retired from the corrections. So he was in corrections. We'll put that way. So that's what we did, and it was good. He did 2 careers, I did 1, so we're super excited about retiring because we can travel and do all the fun things. And I am just excited about my lineup of more videos. I'm going to head right in and make my mock apple pie. And then later on, either today or tomorrow, I'm going to do this harvest time apple relish. And I will get those videos out to you. On Wednesday, I'll have the apple pie. And I'm thinking maybe next Tuesday is when I will put up the harvest time apple relish. So there it is. There's Saturday happenings. I hope you guys all have a wonderful upcoming week. And I look forward to seeing you again. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.